Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How's it going today? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the Speakeasy. It's the week of FinTips videos in the Speakeasy here. This is our cool little place where we hang out on Thursday nights with clients to go over, we do a show, it's called Wine and Wealth. Come hang out, have a glass of whatever you want to drink, and just play with us a little bit while we teach you to keep your dough straight. And, all right. I'm going to give you like the least sexy retirement tip ever, but I'm going to give you some details here because I don't like doing just general sort of fluffy videos. So anyways, do you ever wonder like how the rich seem to always have the advantage, right? Don't be mad at them, right? Rich people, they've done something to get there. You know, if you want to pick on people, you pick on the people where daddy gave them the money. Okay, fine. But there's always some advantage that they have. And why is that? It's because they have people. They have people that are always digging through every single number of their finances. And we want to try to achieve the same thing. We're in the very infancy stages here, but think about like Tiger Woods. You think Tiger Woods goes home, checks the mail, gets a power bill, and is like, all right, let me get my checkbook, you know, and writes a check to pay his power bill. He didn't pay his bills, right? He has people that pay his bills for him as a part of their service. So we thought, same thing. We're slowly building that out. Could we just pay your bills for you? Could we tell you when something seems a little out of whack? Could we tell you when you spent money on a credit card to go on a cruise? If we ever get to go on a cruise again, we need to talk about that, right? So there's all these cool ways that we can look at things. And one of the fun ways that I like to do this for clients that I can do right now while we build the rest is your investments. Hang with me for a second here because I think you'll find this interesting. This is a sample client that we have called Louis Armstrong. You may have heard of him. I want to just review a little bit about him real quick so you can see the baseline here. Currently, Louis Armstrong is 51 years old. Lucille was his wife in real life, actually. She's 50. Expenses, they're paying $45.80 in expenses right now. They file their taxes jointly. That's important. Louis' 401k, he puts in 6%. Looks like he gets a 6% match. You can see that in there. We'll go briefly. We've got money going into Lucille's 401k, some Roth money, Lucille's Roth money. They got an HSA as well. No match or anything. They're just putting a little money in an HSA. Good account type, too. So if we look at their income, Louis makes 110 in this example. Lucille's making 95, estimating Social Security for now because we're not focused on that in this lesson. Louis wants to retire at 59, Lucille shortly after. Their monthly expenses in retirement, they estimate to be $3,500. Little retirement healthcare costs in the meantime while they're building up towards true retirement. Anyway, so their net worth, here's where we stand. We got some bank account money. That's not really important. We got a little bit of debt. We can focus on that later. Investments, they've got a handful of things going here. This is the Roth that we talked about here with Jazz Wealth. It's an honor that he chose us, really. 401k is the bulk of his dough. He's got the Fidelity Contra Fund. Looks like he's got some bonds. And one of my favorites, the T. Rowe Price Blue Chip Fund. Great growth fund, by the way. We're not like sponsored by them or anything. I don't even think that's allowed. Lucille's got a 401k. She's in a target date fund. That's cool. We'll see if that's cool. Louis' old 401k, he's got here with us at Jazz. He's partial to having a little cash. Got some Ford Motors, Verizon. It looks like he likes there. All right, cool. HSA is just getting started. Got the blue chip fund in there and a little bit of cash. He's working his way in there because it's got a minimum, actually. And he's got a taxable account. Just a little bit of cash in there. We're thinking about what to do with that. We got a property here, and we've got a loan on that property. So no big deal there. Let's look at their expectations of meeting their retirement. So I'm going to go over to the retirement tab. And based on everything we went through really quickly there, it looks like they're going to have no problem hitting retirement. They got a 100% chance. You know how hard it is to get this software to tell you you have a 100% chance? Well, when I see that, now I go, okay, it's my job to look at every number. Don't just look at 100% and say, you're fine. You're going to be fine. Go play that horn, man. You're going to be just fine. No. Now we need to be more efficient. See, it doesn't stop there. Most advisors say, just save. It's fine. You save your money and you'll get a winery when you retire. No. We got taxes to talk about, conversions to talk about. We got risk to talk about, and that's what I'm talking about today. If we go over to looking at Louis' investments, real broadly here, what we're looking at is, in order to hit his goal, to summarize, he needs 60% stocks, 40% bonds in one fashion or another. Currently, he's got 82% stocks, 18% bonds, and I'm oversimplifying here. We got all of his accounts listed, and so we're just putting them all together going, where do they land? He's got too much in stocks, right? Now look at the bottom here. This is what I want to focus on. Annual returns are higher than what he needs. Well, nobody's going to complain about that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to complain. That's fine. But when we look further, the standard deviation of his returns are greater than what he really only needs. And that's a fancy way of saying 1 year you'll get this, the next year you'll get this. It's all over the place. Whereas in what he needs, the minimum that he needs to hit the goal is a year of returns here, right in here, right? Nice and tight. So the returns are less spread apart between highs and lows. I hope that makes sense. And so when we look at this, my next thing is to say, Louis, you're taking risk you don't need to take. And Louis' answer is going to be fair. He's going to say, so what? Returns are great. Stock market's doing good. Why on earth would I scale back now when things are good? All right, I'm fine with that, but hear me out. Louis, you're going to be rich. You're going to retire with more than enough money you need. So let's make the most of it. You want to give it to charity. Lucille in real life was actually quite a philanthropist. So what we want to do now is we want to strike when the iron's hot, not when it is hot. Like we want to strike when the iron gets hot, not when it's just doing well. That's a stupid way of saying it. If this were able to be started over, I would start over. But look, the wealthy get every advantage because they take every advantage. If we were to go into Louis' account and we were to say, okay, you're taking too much risk. Not that we're worried about it. You have more than enough money. You're going to be fine. But listen here carefully. If I can add a little bit for you, that would really help justify me, being your financial advisor. So what I'm telling Louis is, let's reduce your stocks exactly by $123,733. Let's go a little bit into bonds. They don't have to be direct bonds. We could use bond funds. You've got some bond funds over there in your 401k. We could play with those a little bit. We can take less risk now because what that means is when the markets fall, the way he currently is, when the markets fall, he's going right there with it. He's going right along for the ride. There's no chance he's going to survive any sort of strong downturn that would be less than the market. Right? He's going to be fine, but he's going to ride with the market. Okay, what if we could fall 40% of whatever the markets fell? So if they fell 10%, you only fall 4%. Well, okay, this is fine. If we fall 4%, we fall 4%. I've got 10 years to retirement. What does it matter? Well, it matters because we already know you have enough money for retirement. So if you can just bear with me and go scale back right now, when the markets fall, then we go aggressive. Then we go back to the 82-18 like you had before. If we do that, now you didn't fall as much, but you got to scoop up those discounts, and I'll take care of it, right? So then you scoop up the discounts, and when they rally again, now you're not paying, you're not growing slowly, you're growing quickly again. You have the opportunity to do something like that, which most people don't have to do. Those little tiny things. See how that had nothing to do with picking a hot stock. It had nothing to do with the best fund. It had nothing to do with returns, really. It had everything to do with the timing. They say, don't time the market. Don't time the market. Louis can. Right? And we're not timing the market, we're adjusting his allocations along the way. We have the ability to do that because he's made it. He won the game. That's it. He knows he's going to have enough money, so why not take the chance? If it doesn't work out, let's say the markets never pull back. There's a 0% chance of that happening, but hypothetically. Let's say they never pull back. All right, Louis ends up with a little less growth from this point to the time he retires. Oh, he already had enough money. Right? So why not try to make it even more? You can. And the risk is that you don't get as much return as you would have had if you stayed more aggressive. There's no risk of severe loss. If the markets fall hard, he doesn't fall as hard as the markets do, whereas now he would. So think about those little things when you're looking through your finances. Is somebody looking at every dollar? Now, this is not a marketing video because we're not currently accepting clients. We're not open for business. We're just doing our thing, building our software. But ask whoever's working with you. If you don't have someone working with you, there's lots of great advisors out there. We'll be back one day, but go find it. Get the help. Pay whatever they charge. Stop. Don't pay whatever they ask them what they charge. Realistically, what do they charge? Right on our homepage. We don't lie. But go and ask them for help, right? Get it done. I don't buy this argument of people saying financial advisors aren't worth it. All right, 60% of them aren't worth it. Random shot in the dark. I know it's more than half, right? But there's some that will dig through and look at this stuff. So look at that stuff and get it figured out. It may mean the difference of 10% on his dollars in the future, right? Because he's got 10 years. If it means 10%, you can't pay an advisor 10%. So I don't buy this argument of people going, I'm not going to pay the 0.5%, man. That's ridiculous. Okay, right? It's not for everybody, but look at every dollar. Maybe you're that person that has a spreadsheet. I love you people. You have a spreadsheet. You go through every little number. Do it. Go out there and do it. What else are you going to do? Netflix only has but so many videos on it, man. All right, hey, join us later. Closing beat, every day at 5 o'clock live. We go over the stock market, show you all kinds of cool stuff, what happened throughout the day. We leave our opinions out of it. We just show you what happened. We talk about the stats and everything. I hope you join us for that. Did I wake you up? Right? I'm not going to ask you to hit the subscribe button if you would, but I'm going to say, go play with your money. Figure it out. And if you're one of our clients, make me do it. Let's go. I'm here. I have nothing else to do. I just sit around.